You are watching AYV Television.
Hello and welcome to Primetime News on AYV Television and Radio. I am Tholoma Sumah. Here are the headlines for tonight.
Human Resource Office asked for biometric attendance system for government employees.
A single reason that we want to promote accountability and transparency.
Health and agric officials aim at eradicating rabies by 2030.
Rabies is a vaccine preventable disease. It can be prevented if one is vaccinated. It can be prevented if we vaccinate our dogs.
And war victims in Cambia finally received reparations from government.
Before are not better, now we must better first. The government can they say, till they will for you. But they say they don't will last young man there, but they continue for suffer. Now they say, then they make sure say, they give now reparation.
Now for the full news with Tholoma Sumah.
The Director General of the Human Resource Management Office, Ansu Toka, has called on governments to introduce a biometric attendance monitoring system in all ministries, departments and agencies. This, according to him, will help to monitor the activeness of staff, reduce abandonment of duties and ghost workers. He made this call in an interview with AYV after meeting with various MDs in reaction to reports done by the Anti-Corruption Commission. Joseph Johnson reports.
The meeting is part of HRMO's commitment in finding solutions in curbing salary double-dipping in MDAs. According to the report, government has been struggling with the challenge of dealing with absenteeism, extraction of ghost workers, and inactive staff members from the public service payroll. The Director General of Human Resource Management Office, Ansu Toka, speaks more on the relevance of such a meeting.
Well, this meeting is important for a single reason, that we want to promote accountability and transparency. I mean, gone are those days when the business of government should just stay in closed doors. I mean, you realize, you would agree with me that the payroll is very, very strategic because it constitutes the bulk of government expenditure. For now, government spends over 50% of its domestic revenue on paying salaries and wages. So it means it's an area we have to have an eye on, we have to monitor it, to ensure that at least we pay persons that are authorized to be on the payroll. So we really consider this report very important, it's timely, and I think it's also an opportunity for me as the new Director General HRMO to be able to actually put strategies in place to mitigate and address these issues. But if you have a biometric system of attendance, you come in, you clock in. The information is registered. When you're also leaving, at the end of the day, you also clock in. And at the end of the day, I mean, payments of salaries now be based on that attendance.
Different representatives of MDAs raised concerns in finding ways to recover government funds. The Ministry of Health is the only ministry that has introduced the biometric attendance monitoring system. The Director of Human Resource for the Ministry of Health, Tholoma, shares his concern.
While in fact, again, I also thank ACC for doing this. I think also this is a government and we have to respect procedures.
From the part of HRMO, such an intervention will complement government's efforts to streamline the wage bill of the country, strengthening or creating systems and processes that will reduce ghost workers, inactive staff, and illegal dual employment in MDAs. Joseph Johnson, AYV News, Freetown.
Car dealers at Borsalt have expressed dissatisfaction about the manner people perceive them. According to the president of the Car Dealers Association, Abdulrahman Jallo, they are doing genuine business and have gone through all the processes for their businesses to be regarded as legal. He spoke more to AYV.
The challenges they face are people and they misunderstand we. Like a Yahoo, they also they do legal business. Some people already out there they give fee sale, they do drugs business. These are you understand they talk. Like what would they also? You understand? Would they help? Maybe you dey outside, you get your motor car, you want to sell them quick, you understand, you want to go do something, not get the money, carry it and we dey buy them, we pack them, we try for sell and to return where it go sell. You understand? But we get some boys the way they around that we see and say this man no they do nothing. Just you know only the water we call a man. Can they every day go they sweep from here, take go down and watch them motoka there tonight. When month down where they pay you.
The UTB, it come to a point where we now at least they bank with them at the same time. We not only they were as a body, but we also they bank with them. We get a cordial relationship with the former MD where they govern this UTB branch now, Bosalt. We need a 2 parking space where we don't render to them. Council we don't come mark the 2 demarcation park where them be need, and we'll make sure that even from the front view of that UTB side there, now we clean the whole community. Now we the clean.
Guys, get nice to Monday. It Monday. Yes, a lot of Alexa, we get safe. Desert, we get money, we go build Monday. What you perfect fete? The AYV'S money, everyone want fete. The nice so we Benghazi. I let them always we man go always go build we. Yes, we wash motkare, we wash them, we wash them motkare.
Health and agriculture stakeholders have commemorated the World Rabies Day at the Family Kingdom. The theme of this year's celebration is Share the Message to Save Life. Sierra Leone has been fighting rabies for more than 4 decades. Mohamed Jawad Nyale reports.
Sierra Leone has been fighting rabies since the early 60s. According to statistics, 99% of people who contract rabies get it from dogs. The World Health Organization gave more details.
Rabies is a vaccine-preventable disease. It can be prevented if one is vaccinated. It can be prevented if we vaccinate our dogs, like we have been told by the previous speakers. But it occurs, or it is ongoing, in about 150 countries worldwide. And the dogs are the main cause, contributing about 99% of the human cases and deaths. Meaning every 100 people who get rabies, 99 of them get it from dogs. The other one person may get it from another animal. Cats are known also to transmit rabies. Foxes, which are wild animals, jackals, but those contribute a very small percentage.
There are close to 500,000 stray dogs across the country. All of them are potential carriers of rabies. In urban areas, the risk could even be higher. Abiose Wilson is a councillor in Freetown.
Key priorities of Freetown City Council is to make our city a touristic destination in Africa, given its potential. This will constitute the management of the current dog population challenges in collaboration with the National Livestock and Animal Welfare and Rabies Control Task Force, in line with the action plan developed to implement the National Rabies Elimination Strategy launched in 2017 in Freetown.
This year's message is about raising awareness about the dangers of rabies. Mohamed Jawad Nyale, AYV News, Freetown.
Frenzy Network Sierra Leone has held a summit on career mentorship for youth. This, according to the CEO, Umukutum Sal, is to help empower the young in career path. The summit was held at the AfriCell American Corner in Freetown. Joseph Johnson reports.
The summit is a way of empowering young people in the country, especially in career development. The Chief Executive Officer of Frenzy Network Sierra Leone, Umukutum Sal, speaks more on the relevance of the summit.
Well, we decided to put up this summit because it falls under education, and every year we're supposed to do something under entertainment, charity, or education, and having people together to mentor them or guide them about the career path. It's on education and will help them in the future of what they are to become and how they should love what they are supposed to do in the future. At the end of the day, we want those who apply to come to the summit, we want them to take home something that will say, yes, this was something worthwhile. Frenzy Network Sierra Leone did something great. Like for instance, if someone is studying medicine and the person has seen how a doctor explained about his life through College of Medicine, the struggles in the hospitals, and not just for the money but for the job, about the passion. It doesn't have to be about just money, about the passion for the job. At least we have motivated them, we have guided some people who maybe don't know what career path they should choose, because some students also apply who are awaiting students. Maybe they might change their mind because maybe from the best speaker or something.
The theme for the summit is Believe in Yourself, which some of the participants said is a good initiative, and they expressed how they felt.
Marvelous speakers in the house today, and great issues we have talked on, and I think it is going to serve as a prerequisite for us to see how we can change the mindsets of people. As of now, people are not here. We have a lot of people outside there that have swayed from the light dark. So we are here to ensure we gain knowledge from other people to see how best we can transform the lives of others outside there.
Our summit has been a great one, because according to the first speaker that has already spoken, and the second one, I can say that it's very good. And today I've learned about the rights of domestic workers so far. They also have rights to employment benefits, and also accountants need to know who they are, and currently they are teaching accountants. And it's mostly about teaching, like it's how it is done in classrooms. So I'm grateful for such opportunity today.
It is hoped that such an initiative will help build the career path of these young people. Joseph Johnson, AYV News, Freetown.
Female victims of Sierra Leone's brutal civil war in Gambia and Port Loko have received a package from the Sierra Leone government. This is part of government's adherence to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's report, pointing at restoring the lost dignity of war widows and victims of sexual violence. Zebul Goto has more.
The Truth and Reconciliation Commission Act 2000 enjoined the Truth and Reconciliation Commission to make findings in relation to the causes, nature and extent of violations and abuses during the armed conflict in Sierra Leone. Explaining the reparation push to war widows and victims of sexual violence in Gambia and Port Loko districts, the program manager of Sierra Leone Reparation Program, Amadou Tamsela Bangura, said government is committed to protecting the rights of women, particularly those that suffered the acrimony of the war, by making them self-sufficient.
And they say before Shalom better, now woman for better first. Where the government can they see say till they work for you, but they say they don't go last young man there, but they continue for suffer. Now that make they say, then they make sure say they give now your reparation, and I even do that to today for.
Aminata Toure is a civil society activist and women's advocate. She thanked the government for its thoughts to restore the lost dignity of Sierra Leonean women and called on war widows and victims of sexual violence to make adequate use of the package given to them.
But when you get conflict, when you get palaver, we think you say, what is the palaver? You remember I said, me picking angry, not also? Remember I said, me picking up for go school, where can you go come meet, it's nothing on it. That one day, it passed me over the one time. But if not say don't come today, through the government, the help of this government say, we don't even have free education. This free education, yeah, we need for back out with waiting. We need for give money. And then money that they give for waiting. Not to go cook for man them, or for go buy for quash for be either for go put for kubondo. But for waiting for address free education, but look how to pick them.
It all ended in singing and dancing, depicting a sign of appreciation to government by war widows and victims of sexual violence, whom felt empowered after their horrible experiences during the war in the country. Jibril Goto, AYV Primetime News, Freetown.
The Milty Magai College of Education and Technology has organized a retreat for academic and administrative staff with the theme Reuniting the MMCET for Quality Education and National Development. The retreat, which took place at their Congo Cross campus, was aimed at uniting members of staff, especially when the college is now having a new principal and a council. Elizabeth Sise is the public relations officer of the MMCET. She speaks to AYV about the significance of the retreat.
Very important. You know, it was an idea from the principal himself, Dr. Philip Kanu, because when he took up office, he had so much issues. He met with so much issues at hand, you know, staff complaining, coming to his office each day to complain about things that have happened to them in the past. And so he thought it fit that he should have this retreat for staff to come out and say what's in their mind, so that we can just lay everything to rest and move forward. You know, because if people are filled with grudges or are filled with down spirit, you know, they will not be able to give out an effective work. And so we called this retreat wherein the chairman of council himself was present, religious bodies, we have like the Bishop Laga was present, who like talk to staff, appease the mind of staff, you know, tell them about forgiveness and letting go. And the chairman of council also appealed to staff for her to have oneness, unity, so that we can be able to take the institution to a greater height. And in the retreat, staff were able to say how they feel, what they are feeling, you know, what's in their mind. Some of them have got grudges that have lasted for like a decade. Some of them 5 years, 7 years, you know, wrongdoings that they felt that have been meted out on them. They were able to say it out, you know, and I'm sure you need to see the sigh of relief that some of them let out after saying what's in their mind. So you can know that this retreat was really, really important, because if you can see incidents that have happened to somebody for like 4 or 5 years and that person still has it in mind, you know that that thing was very serious, it was grave. And in turn, that will not be able to give out an effective work output. That's why the theme for the retreat was Uniting MMCAT for Quality Education and National Development. We all know that this government, the key priority is education, and the tertiary institution has a great role to play in achieving quality education for the nation. And so, if we have lecturers who are filled with malice, who are filled with hatred, what do you think? How effective will their work be? None. And who will suffer? The students. And if the students suffer, what kind of output are they going out with when they graduated? Nothing. And so that's going to have a negative impact on the national development.
Now in business, a few weeks back, there was a rumor of an outbreak of a disease called foot and mouth, which affects animals. This has negatively affected those who trade in meat. To know more about this story, our business reporter Mbadu Sharif went to the market and finds out more.
According to some butchermen at the PZ market, the discovery of the foot and mouth disease in Sierra Leone has negatively impacted their business. They said customers are afraid to even buy meat because of the disease. They, however, call on customers to have confidence in the meat on the market. According to them, these are treated meats.
Animal, before the foot and are gone, they don't put that. We get the big man in Nakaria of the doctor. Yes. Any animal, you will get any ball. The doctor will allow so me, they beg all the customers that can buy to me. But then get the confidence to say, before they sell it, they sell so they sell it. They make sense.
So we face it right now, people they know they can, they're not just say the cow they hold the it now, they know they inside the problem. We get people that hold it now, come at the cow because we say for Sierra Leone now. We don't go and tell Sierra Leone for lost in life, they say come out through cow. We sustain that now, survive at night. So that's not the way we want to let business get problem. If you see the cow, we are the issue. The union put people in there for make sure say let the cow they not them at all. They send people and go Kabbalah, they send people and go Kono for let the cow they not at all.
A customer who claimed anonymity doubts the presence of the disease in Sierra Leone. According to her, the government should have stopped the sales of meats to contain the disease. However, another customer believed in the disease but hope that meat of sick animals is not in the market.
Meat because I get the confidence. Then when they travel there, veterinary officers them go don't screen them. So whenever they come there, now that's make I get the confidence to buy meat. The meat, if the creature itself is affected, it will affect people. They will get that fearless. Although in life anything can risk, they do and
the disease is believed to be in the part of the northwest of the country, but no official record of the presence of the meat of affected animal in the markets. Mbalu Sherif, AYV Business News, Freetown.
This is Primetime News. Stay tuned. We will be back after this short break.
The ball was out. Boy, the ball was out. The ball was out, boy.
Not now. I promised to top up EDSA today.
Stop complaining and use your AfriCell line to buy us EDSA.
My AfriCell line? AfriCell?
Oh yes! With your AfriCell line. To buy EDSA, simply dial *161# to access your AfriCell money account and choose bill payment. Then select EDSA recharge. Enter your meter number, enter the amount you want to pay, and then enter your AfriCell money PIN to confirm your transaction.
But how can I refill my AfriCell money account?
You can top up your AfriCell money account with no extra charges from any AfriCell outlet near you, or simply at any shop or bank where you see a sign that says AfriCell money available here. Buy EDSA now straight from your AfriCell money account at the cheapest cost ever. A price nobody dares to match.
AfriCell, now we network.
The GTBank MasterCard will make you enjoy faster cashless with more security card experience. You can use them for shopping and pay your bills. You can also withdraw money up to 2 million loans from any GTBank ATM all over the country. And you will access your bank account from any MasterCard outlet all over the world anytime you travel. Visit any GTBank branch today and get your own one-time wanted. You will able to use your GTBank MasterCard. That can place your you can call na salon. AAH Lungi Airport Duty Free, Coffee Shop, Ground Bakery Wilberforce Street, Family Kingdom, Foodland Supermarket, NP Baipure Road, John Bassi International Restaurant, Lagunda Restaurant, Monoprick Supermarket, Sierra Estate Semco Lodge McKinney, Sierra Estate Godrich, The Dollar Store, Best Quality Supermarket, Special Kitchens Restaurant, Wusum Hotel McKinney, London Supermarket, Tima Fishing, Mabella Fishing Compound, Lagunda Clubhouse, Seabad Moritown, Nice Cream Restaurant Aberdeen, Sweet Salon Toke Resort, Nassim Supermarket, Seabed Lungi Airport, Hill Valley Hotel, Suits Restaurant, Freetown Supermarket, Basha Bakery, Freetown Mall, St. Mary's Supermarket, Hill Station, and Juba Hills, Bliss Restaurant, Sea Coach Water Taxi, Alfreda's Restaurant, Pearl Hotel, Sweet Spirit Hotel, Sweet Spirit Restaurant, Spur Road, 232 Restaurant, Lumley Beach. JT Bank, wouldn't you rather bank with us?
Welcome back. You're watching and listening to Primetime News on AYV Television and Radio. I am Tholoma Sumah. We join the team in McKinney for more updates.
Many thanks for having us from our regional studios in McKinney. Viewers, you are watching major stories making news from the northern region with me, Abbas Sisi. Sexual and gender-based violence is among the highest recorded cases by the Family Support Unit of the Sierra Leone Police. In order to discuss this alarming trend, the Wofuta Development Association, WODA, has hosted a stakeholders meeting in McKinney to chart ways of reversing, or in other words, reducing this threat. I was part of that engagement. Several staggering reports on sexual and gender-based violence have been published over the time. Among the frequently recorded or reported cases include sexual violence. Abibatu Conte is Assistance Programs Coordinator at WODA, and she explains the essence of this engagement.
Well, one of we work with a desensitization to people, because since we deal with key population, when are the population we mostly affected with HIV and where they at least with a desensitization out to them, we they provide them with condom, and we they do HIV testing. So you reactive, we they do referral to government hospital, we get one department when at NACP where they provide drugs and other treatment to clients.
Esther Kamara is the head of Family Support Unit Northeast Region, and she spoke on this issue, especially in an area of operations.
January to August, we don't get 413 cases. Out of that 413 cases, 225 na sexual abuse cases there. the rest na others wey mean physical abuse, psychological, economic, and the likes.
The most affected persons on sexual-based violence are commercial sex workers, as stated by their president, Lady P.
Let me only swag, and then 1,750 commercial sex workers. The Piki scooter is about 420. Then any day we forget like 100 regularly today, 40 they come overnight. Who's saying they come on no sack? Every day they increase. Then they come. Then the worst way baffle me. The mommy they wait for 10 weeks to know we left. Then tablik. It's a join with shortcut.
The University of Makeni and the Social Business Development has officially opened the Lion Poultry at Teko Village in Makeni. According to management, such an investment is to address the issue of malnutrition, unemployment, etc. More on this story in our subsequent edition on Primetime News. On health, the 4th Infantry Brigade Health Center in Makeni is constrained in several ways, and among the key challenges faced by this health facility includes poor infrastructure and a limited drug supply. Let us have details from our reporter Abubakar Kamara.
The health sector is a crucial pillar for a country's development, and many are with the conviction that a lot of investment must be done in this sector to realize positive returns by the general public. However, this crucial sector has been facing and still continue to face crucial challenges, especially on the area of drug supply and limited modern health equipment. Teko Health Center, located at the 4th Infantry Brigade, is among several health facilities that is challenged on a similar way. Paul Contier is the Assistant Brigade Medical Officer at the 4th Infantry Brigade, and he highlighted the major bottlenecks that are limiting them in providing effective and efficient health services.
We do a lot of help to everybody, but we get some challenges due to the facilities that we will not get. Like operational facility for anybody where they refer to we need operation, we send joint medical unit 34. We don't get the facility, we don't get lab, we don't get theater for the day. Alright. So from there, we get some cases that some medical cases that we sometimes we know we will handle except to go for refer at JMU. Yes. Some other cases that we at least minor cases we handle. The manager now, the handler, fair. We get a lot of challenges, like one, we don't get lab. We don't get lab facility, except we can send at the government hospital. And some people they move there. You see, we don't get theater facility. We don't get drugs constraint, except this BN10, we can understand the government, the young government, they try small. You see, it's about 2 or 3 months now. We don't get drugs yet, but still, we look forward to this. So we can understand. See, problem they have problem they need. But we don't mind that. I mean, we'll help.
If Sierra Leone as a country is to realize healthy population that will contribute meaningfully to national development, our health sector must be hugely invested on. For Primetime News in Makeni, I am Abubakar Kamara.
Well, viewers, you've been watching major highlights on happenings in this part of the country with me, Abbas Sise. Let me now hand you back to our colleagues at our Wesley Street studios in the country's capital, Freetown.
Thanks to Abbas Sise and the entire team in Makeni for those updates. Let's now take some lead stories across the continent. A court in Egypt has given human rights activist Amal Fathi a 2-year suspended sentence and a fine of spreading fake news. She has been in detention since May after posting a video criticizing the government over the extent of sexual harassment in the country.
She has been in detention since May after posting a video criticizing the government over the extent of sexual harassment in the country. Amnesty International said this was an outrageous case of injustice. Egypt has recently passed a law that tightens control over the internet, a move condemned by rights activists. The legislation on cybercrime means websites can be blocked in Egypt deemed to constitute a threat to national security or the economy. It also allows any social media account with more than 5,000 followers to be placed under supervision. Egypt's authorities say the measures are needed to tackle instability and terrorism. Correspondents say that with street protests in Egypt all but banned, the internet has been one of the last forums left for Egyptians to express dissent. In addition to the suspended sentence, the court on Saturday also fined her 10,000 Egyptian pounds. Last May, Amal Fathi posted a 12-minute video on Facebook in which she described how she had been sexually harassed while visiting her bank. She also criticized the government for not doing enough to protect women.
Senegal's government is considering legalizing witchcraft as a traditional medicine. Politicians say the move will ease the burden on already overcrowded hospitals, but doctors say the move is irresponsible and dangerous.
Witchcraft and medical practice has been an age-old rivalry in Africa. The government's decision is born out of the necessity to legalize witch practice to save more lives. But the move has met strong opposition from medical doctors. Traditional doctors say the medical doctors are scared because their work is more potent. But medical doctors say legalizing their traditional counterpart will be dangerous.
That's all we take for now in Africa. Let's now take some news from our sports decks. In English Premier League, Manchester United continued their terrible domestic form by losing 3-1 away to West Ham. This defeat comes in the wake of their shock cup exit and the manager's feud with star player Paul Pogba. Let's take a look at the reaction of Manchester United fans outside the London Stadium.
What happened today? Pogba out left, McTominay done well. Mate, Pogba's got to go. One of them's got to go. I think they both should go. No one's bigger than the club. Manager, player, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They've both got to go.
Terrible. Time for a change. Time for a change. Mourinho needs to go. Pogba needs to go. We need a change quickly.
Why? What happened? Mourinho's garbage.
There's no one playing for the team.
Exactly what we're saying.
He's totally lost the dressing room.
Yeah.
He needs to go.
Happy at all. Manchester United have lost again, and it's unfortunate because I kind of felt that it was coming. I know we turned up here hoping that we'd have another good result on the road and another good result away from home in the pink, whatever, but we failed to perform again, and it's just a little bit worrying because that's 11 points dropped already this season. We're only in September, and it looks like the players aren't performing for the manager, and it's worrying signs as a Manchester United fan. It's not where we want to be at all.
What do you say? Shocking, really. So 6 and 7s at the back. There was, there was no wing play. There was no. I mean, how many crosses? They don't look like a team that's playing for Man United. Let's just say that. No.
Disappointed?
Absolutely, yeah. Attack. Man United. They were not playing the Busby way. Shocking, really. Shocking. I'll leave it at that.
Disappointing game. Disappointing performance.
Elsewhere, Liverpool pulled a late goal to level 1-1 with Chelsea, and Arsenal won 2-0 away to Watford. That's all we can take for now from our sports decks. And it's time for the weather forecast brought to you courtesy of AYV'S.
Hello, this is Elodie Nicole, and today, as every day, I will be covering your daily weather powered by AYV'S. Now let's take a look at the Salon weather for tonight. Let's start in Freetown, where it will be mostly cloudy with rain at 24 degrees. Over at Kaimbu, we have a cloudy night with rain at 22 degrees. Moving to the northern city of Makeni, we have rain at 22 degrees. Now in Konadugu, we'll see a cloudy sky with some rain at 19 degrees. And over in Koidu, also expect a cloudy sky and showers at 19 degrees. Through the night, Kenema will have a cloudy sky with rain at 22 degrees. As we move over to Bo, we'll see a cloudy sky with shower this evening at 22 degrees. Down south in Mokaba, there'll be some clouds with shower at 24 degrees. Now let's take a flight over Sierra Leone for tomorrow's weather. Expect a mostly cloudy day with rain in Tokyo at 27 degrees. Over in Sumbuya, it will have a mostly cloudy day with rain at 26 degrees. Kalangba will also see afternoon showers at 27 degrees. And in the town of Kukuna, we'll have the downpours at 28 degrees. Over at Yaha, we'll also have an overcast of clouds and rain at 26 degrees. Koidu will have a couple of thunderstorms at 23 degrees. Folks at Kenema will have downpours during the day at 26 degrees. A mostly cloudy day with heavy rain expected in Bo at 25 degrees. It will be a cloudy day in Mokaba with rain and thunder at 27 degrees. And finally, Freetown will have a heavy clouds and rain in the day at 27 degrees. Checking out the wind for tomorrow. Wind will be moving southwest at 11 km per hour. Humidity is at 83%. The sea state is high and the sea temperature is at 19 degrees. Let's take a look at our 4-day forecast. Sunday will also face a mostly cloudy day with showers throughout the day at a high of 27 degrees and a low of 24 degrees. Monday we'll have a morning showers and will be cloudy throughout the day at a high of 28 degrees and a low of 24 degrees. Tuesday we'll experience a cloudy day with rain and thunder in some spots early at a high of 29 degrees and a low of 24 degrees. Wednesday, we'll have a couple of thunderstorms with passing showers at a high of 28 degrees and a low of 24 degrees. Thank you for watching our daily weather powered by AfriCell. Meet us tomorrow, same time on channel 33 AYV TV. I'm Elodie Nicole and I'm signing off. God bless.
Thanks to Elodie Nicole for the weather updates brought to you courtesy of AfriCell. And this is where we end Primetime News tonight. We would love to hear from you via email to info@ayvnews.com. We will be back again tomorrow with the top stories from across the country, the continent, and the world. I am Tholoma Sumah. Many thanks for watching and listening.
You're watching AYV Television.